Hi everybody, thanks for joining us again at the Bauman Family Garden. We're going to be planting peppers today. So some keys to growing peppers here in the Portland climate. Peppers grow really well in other parts of the country where it's really hot all day, all night for a much longer growing season, but you can successfully grow peppers here in Portland if you follow just a few simple tips. So one is that we're waiting to plant peppers until night temperatures are consistently above 55 degrees. That happens about mid-May to June 1st here in Portland. And then select a nice healthy plant to begin with. So Catherine has picked a beautiful plant. It has no wilting on the leaves, it has no yellowing, it has no cold damage, so there's no black or brown spots on there, and this plant has not started flowering yet. Those are all great indicators of a healthy pepper plant. So in planting the peppers, we're going to want to make sure that we're planting them in really lush, well-draining soil. Catherine and Lori filled up this brand new raised bed with a fantastic planting medium that this plant is really going to love. Some other tips about the peppers is they need high phosphorus to set really good fruit. So you're going to get phosphorus from places like bone meal, rock phosphate, and lime, all of which are in the fertilizer that we're going to use today. So Catherine's going to demonstrate for us how we plant this plant. So we're going to take it out of the pot. We're going to check out its roots. It looks really healthy. It's not root bound in any way, so we don't need to tease those roots out. She's going to dig a hole for us that is about the same size of that plant, so that we're just planting it as deeply as it was in the pot. And prior to planting, we're going to use this wonderful organic granular fertilizer. This is the type of fertilizer that slow feeds over the course of about a month, and we reapply every month. And then she's going to backfill with all this lush, lovely compost. If you don't have a brand new raised bed like the Baumans do, full of all this wonderful compost, you're going to want to make sure that you use compost to fill that back in. I love that Catherine tucks the tags in because this is really important. You want to remember, one, what you planted, but this is a great strategy. When you plant this, you can either mark on this tag the date you planted it or take a photo with your phone, and then that way you know what date it was planted, because on any of these tags it is going to tell you days to maturity. So this plant tag here says 65 days to maturity. That's from the transplanting date. That's when you should expect this plant to start producing these beautiful pepperoncini peppers. So that's why it's important to note when you actually planted it. This pepper plant, once it's mature, is quite drought tolerant, but in the beginning, for the first couple of weeks until it gets established, its root system, we want to make sure we're watering it deeply about every other day, because it can get pretty stressed out in sunnier conditions. And as you can see right now, we have a really overcast, kind of dappled sun day. Perfect time to plant. So thank you for joining us to learn about planting peppers. Bye.